Welcome to Prana Talk TV. I'm Shana Dean and
Elitom, El-amin. And we're here once again.
welcome.
Now today we're going to talk about the Breatharian high vibrational temple.
Right. Actually, the house of high vibrations.
There it is, the house of high vibrations. Because one thing I know for sure, no matter who you talk to, when we say that, well, do you know your body is the temple of God? It don't matter if you're an intellectual, religious person, any type of spirituality or whatever. People kind of shake their head and say, yeah, because it brings something about you that you're special. So everybody kind of agree with that. However, what type of house does it need to have that type of vibration? Because as we teach the Breatharian message, how we're laying it down is, yes, it's not about putting tape on your mouth because your body is not prepared. That's not the house that can capture that type of vibration. You need to redo the house and get it prepared for this higher vibration. So this is what we're talking about today, big time.
Exactly. And this is such an amazing topic because for years I've thought of the body as a temple. A lot of people do. And you even think of eating like temple food, right? Foods that are nourishing, that help to heal the body. And what we're talking about is doing that, preparing the body, but also preparing it on an energetic level and using your mind to do that.
Right. And see, look how you said that. We're going to bring in a whole package with that, though. See, the energetic level, when people think of energy, they think of invisible, which you should. There's invisible forces out there. However, the way to manipulate the invisible forces, this is why the Breatharian knowledge is so good. We're teaching exercise with spirituality. Because when you work with the dense energy, this is still energy, like Einstein said. When you manipulate it and change it, it changes the invisible forces. The body is the gateway to the invisible. So very seldom when I never met them, when somebody started an exercise routine, they usually say, I feel a lot better than I did before. I feel like I got more energy. Yeah. That's like a given. Yeah. People just struggle with the discipline of staying with something. That's when you need teachers, gurus, and all this other stuff to keep you motivated, or a group. Because they say if you want to grow fast, you go alone. But if you want to grow for a long time, you go with a group.
Yeah, it's very supportive. But I would like to mention that in my own journey, because I'm not really a big exerciser, right? That's never really been my thing. I do love to hike. So I'm a hiker. I'll go into the woods and I'll hike and I love to swim and things like that. But in terms of like working out, going to the gym, that's never really been my thing. However, in my own journey, I have found that I've had different kind of times, different experiences. And when I have time where I'm actually getting out more, so I'm hiking every day, and it's a good solid hike, you know, where you're getting, you know,
Well, that's exercise. You're hiking every day.
Right, that's exercise. So when I'm doing that within this journey, right, the Breatharian journey, I have more energy, more vitality, I need less sleep, the whole thing. When I have periods where I'm only meditating and I'm not incorporating the exercise, my energy wanes and I'm not able to maintain a high level of functionality. So you really have to join the two. The meditation and the exercise is very important.
Right, because if this knowledge is, and we're resurrecting it, we're not, see, when we say that word exercise, the first thing that pops in the person's mind is the gym.
Right.
I got to go do jump rope and all of this. We're not talking about that. We're talking about movement of the body. So that's the key right there, movement. Walking every day is exercise. You know, we're not looking at it like that because that's something that we naturally do. But when you take it, like when I leave, like I'm in India right now, and when I go out in the morning to this one section, everybody's there walking up and down near the Arabian Sea, working out, walking routinely. You'll see the same people out there. This is what we're talking about. To live the breatharian lifestyle, you need to think healthy on that type of level. We're not saying sleeping in and act like you're going to be, you know, nourished and all of this. We're talking about transforming the vehicle, so you got to put effort in to get the body moving. They had a thing one time where they had a tribe from in Africa, and they had people who was working up in London in the office. But this is what they said. They was eating the same calorie foods, but why was the body types different? What it boiled down to the end of the day, the tribe was moving all day. And the people who was working in London in the office, there's a thing called a secretarial spread. Sitting down too much, the hips start getting wider and all of this other stuff started accumulating. So movement is key because the body is designed to move. All of our Paleolithic ancestors, that's what they did. Migrated, moved. That was the whole action of the day.
Exactly. And not only that, on this path, there is a propensity for losing a lot of weight, right? So if you want to lose weight, the breatharian path is fantastic, right? But you're going to hit a point where you're starting to lose, or you feel like you're losing too much. And if you're not exercising, if you're not keeping up a level of fitness, whatever that is for you, you're going to lose muscle mass with that, because you're fasting, you're cleansing, you're eating a lot less than you're used to, and you're going to lose muscle along with the fat, which is not what you want. You want to maintain the muscle. So the more you're exercising, you're able to maintain that and keep your body healthy while you're on the path.
Absolutely. So that's why I tell people too that your exercise should start now. Don't wait till you lose all that weight and then you want to pick it up. That's hard to do. I'm going to admit it to you. But if you're already exercising, as your body's slimming down, you're cutting it up because you're putting a new memory in your body. So even when your body do lose that weight, as you keep exercising, because there's a science to build weight, to gain muscle, to build muscle. There's a science behind it, on a breakdown, when to rest, to stay consistent. A bodybuilder just don't go in the gym one time a week and act like he's going to go compete, you know, to be a bodybuilder. That's not what's taking place. The breatharian journey is a high vibrational lifestyle, so you really got to get this in your head. Every day is the lifestyle. A friend of mine said something real good today, that your heart just don't say one day, you know, I'm taking the day off. Your organs don't do that. The physical body is always, even when we so-called sleep, it's always working as long as you're in that body. So if it's always working, you have to be conscious to work with it on every level. Even when you sleep, there's even sleeping postures to gain more energy. It is.
Yeah, well, the energy is running through you, and I've been doing a lot of these beautiful Shakti meditations, and that runs through me while I'm sleeping. I'm actually aware of it while I sleep.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on when you're sleeping. So
Absolutely.
It's important to put the meditation, because that really is the foundation, but don't forget the physical body. Now, what do you do if you have forgotten the physical body? Let's say all you've been focusing on is you're cleansing and you're doing deep cleansing and you've kind of broken the body down, right? Because sometimes when we cleanse, we do a breakdown of the body and then a rebuild, right? And it kind of goes like that.
Right.
Well, let's say you've done a lot of cleansing. Let's say you're on the breatharian path and you've lost too much weight and you feel like you're just skin and bone and you just have muscle. You just have, you don't have the muscle, you've lost it. What do you do then? Because I know there's probably a lot of viewers out there right now who are in this position right now, who just feel too thin.
Right.
The answer to that is?
I can answer that big time.
Yeah.
See, as I share my path with people, I'm telling them to use wisdom, and that's what I did. Somebody asked me today, who guided me? And I said, well, nobody but me. But I had a chance to work with myself, and I'm so glad I did. Took my time, and there is, like I had a friend one time when I first started this journey. Now, they didn't want to tell me because they didn't want to feel embarrassed, but they passed out at work, trying to purge themselves. And I said, why would you get yourself in a situation when you're passing out? This is why I tell people, When they hear breatharianism and you can live without eating, that's the motivation that's making them don't listen to their body. And I'm telling them, don't pay attention to that. There is a safety first. So when you're on this path, because there's even safety precautions on fasting, even if you don't plan on being a breatharian. Do not take yourself where you're looking terrible, bad, and you can't get up. That is not going to get you to be a breatharian. Your body still have that old memory in it. That's what people don't understand. You've been doing that for so long on that other lifestyle, eating every day. Just calculate your age and see how much that was in that habit.
Right.
That's serious. That memory don't believe you. It said you're trying to starve me because you programmed it that way. So that's why you have to be easy on yourself, to work with yourself. And what a lot of people is doing, they're picking a goal of fasting that's over what they can handle.
Right. Absolutely.
That's over what you can handle. I know everybody want to act Superman. I'm spiritual. I got a belief. This ain't got nothing to do with your belief. This is a science behind it. It takes a minute for the body, which is a lower frequency of energy. Nobody's arguing that. So for it to get an idea to manifest within it, it goes through repetition. Even Bruce Lipton is saying that now. He said, how do you program the subconscious? Through repetition. That's how you do it. Over and over again to give it a new habit. So even, see, there's a thing that says quality is better than quantity. You would get more out of fasting once a week than you would trying to go for that dun, 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 dun. I'm serious.
Right. And it's important that everybody listens to their body, because if you are doing a longer fast or a cleanse, you know, you will feel and not look your best. But what Elitom is saying is on point. Don't take yourself so far where you're starting to look really bad, you know, where
Right.
you just can't get out of bed and you're just having too much detox symptoms. So be gentle with yourself, because when you're in that place where you're going deep and you're just really struggling, you're also losing muscle and your body is breaking down. So you want to cleanse in a way that's gentle, where your body doesn't break down as much, you know,
Right.
or a more gentle process. This whole journey really is supposed to be more enjoyable, and
Exactly.
and it should be spiritual. So you want to put everything hand in hand. If you're not able to exercise while you're fasting, it may not be the right type of fast for you.
Right. Absolutely. Because I even got a friend here who does half a day. Now she's real young, of course, you know, that young mentality, but she's doing half a day and sticking with it. That's what you can handle. Because the full day she realized was too much on her, especially when her mother was making brownies. But this is where we at in our thinking. And when you enjoy it, you will stay in it a lot longer. Because I'm going to tell you from my experience, just traveling around the world and all the people I've met on this journey and on this path. There was a time when people had that other trying to force themselves. And I met so many people who've been through so many 21-day retreats, many of them. And they picked up food disorders, they're admitting it. And we might as well go ahead and say it. They picked up food disorders, and a lot of them became spiritual burnouts. They did this so many times, really didn't see the results. They scared to do it again. Even a man, he said, I fasted for 15 days with no food and water, but he tore himself up so bad, he's scared to do it again.
Right. Or
this is not the journey.
Yeah. Or you just say, oh, well, breatharianism is a sham, or it doesn't work, or I'm a failure.
Right.
Or I just can't do it. And then you just throw the whole thing out. It's not about that. What you find when you're on the path, and the reason why you want to fast, because it really does help cleanse the body, but the real reason why you want to do it is because you're training the body, but mostly the mind, that you don't really need to do. So if you're just doing 1 day a week or something more gentle like that, then it's your training. It's kind of like going to the gym and training your muscles.
Right.
But when you incorporate meditation as the foundation, then what you realize is you're naturally wanting to eat less. and you're not even really thinking about it, and you're not trying very hard. So you can become a breatharian without even realizing that you're becoming a breatharian. And that's
Absolutely.
really what you want, is it to be more of a gentle, beautiful transition.
Right. And look at this. Look how many people, without even going to the breatharian levels, just losing weight in general, for a lot of people is very tough in the society we live in and everything else. There's many people, they can lose the weight, but look how many people that you personally know that gained it all back.
Right, right.
You understand? The memory that wasn't there, the lifestyle wasn't there. It wasn't no destination. You understand? So the breatharian journey isn't no destination either. It never is. It's a continuance, because every day we're different. Every day we're changing. Every day we got new situations taking place in life. That's just the way it is. You got to get in your mind that you're going to what? Take this new lifestyle, no matter what the situation you're in. This is your new identity. It's not a goal thing. Well, I made it. Nothing can hurt me now. You're not a static creature like that. So every day you're making decisions. Every day things are dealing with your emotions, your mental body, your physical body. All this stuff is taking place every single day. And there is things that can trigger you, sort of like a drug addict. Sometimes a person could do good, not drinking for a while, and all they need to do is see a party glass that reminded them of those events, and it can trigger it. With much more food, you're hit. It's a drug. It puts off dopamine, oxytocin out of the brain, and when you smell something, see something, the people you're around, you are basically like a drug addict just trying to get off of a drug that everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
So it's triggering the body, hormones is going off. That's why this isn't, and I know we like to talk user-friendly, but now I'm going to talk on another side. This is for people, this is a very trying art. It's a deep skill. That's why it's high vibrational. Gotta put that in your head.
It's true.
I know we like to say, it's just allowing, just let it go. Just let it, okay, let's quit that now. And then all of a sudden there's a pizza man looking at you. All right, let's quit that now.
It does take discipline. It does take discipline, for sure.
Right. Saliva's coming out of your mouth. And I met a woman today says she really don't get hungry, but she eats because as it's noontime, it's lunchtime. I said, thank you for sharing that. Right, it ain't got nothing to do with that. She's been so programmed, this is the time you eat. Just like the Pavlov effect.
Right.
You miss that meal, you're already hungry. And they ain't got nothing to do with that. So this is what we're dealing with. So reprogramming yourself and dealing with it, the body is getting stimulated from external forces. I always use that example, how the sun automatically triggers the serotonin out of your pineal gland. That shows you that something that far away triggered you to make something go off in your body. That sandwich could do the same thing across the room. That's what's happening to people.
Yeah, and so can your exercise. Your exercise puts on a lot of beautiful chemicals in your body.
Right. And they got things down how exercise changes the brain.
Yeah.
What they call that, neuroplasticity. Anything you take on.
Actually, exercise has been known to really help diminish Alzheimer's and dementia symptoms, you know, getting the blood pumping in the brain. But I guess the point right now that we're wanting to make is if you're too skinny, build yourself back up and eat in a way that's balancing. So balance your body and stop with this swinging of overeating, undereating, you know, cleansing, you know, putting tons of food. You want to be more in an equal platform here where taking care of the body, but at the same time you're building up the light, because this is the temple, the house of high vibration. So what are you putting in your body? If you're doing extreme fasting and then afterwards you're not feeling good, then is that being in a state of high vibration? No, you want to be feeling amazing. You want to be feeling blissful, like you can go do anything that you want. So whatever you do with your body, put yourself in that state where you feel vital. That's high vibration being. That's turning your body into the house of a high vibrational being.
Exactly. And see, this is a serious topic here.
It is.
Because I've seen some stuff and I really got to talk to people down to earth. There was this one man who he'll eat everything under the sun, and all of a sudden, since he learned fasting, he'll put himself through that hardcore fasting. But he just got married, raising a family, and then every once in a while, I see him coming home from work early. What happened? Well, I'm fasting down. I couldn't really, keep up at the job, so I'm taking. Yeah, but you're already financially trying to help your family, to pay the bills. You're already behind on the last conversation I had. Now you're missing a day off some money because you call yourself trying to fast and do something better for yourself. But it's not, the whole thing is messed up. You're messing up. I got to put them back on track. Pick a day where it don't affect your job, because I know you made everybody mad at work. So you're not doing a good thing. Right. That's why they sent you home. Then you lost money for the family. And all you're going to do is go eat the junk food you was eating before. You ain't changed your diet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? People are doing this.
Yeah, you got to look at the big picture. Well, it's really easy to do a really extreme fast and then go right back to your old diet, right?
Yeah.
Which is what got you into that place of needing to fast in the first place. And
Exactly.
like you mentioned earlier, think of it like weight loss. If you're going to lose weight, you have to change the entire lifestyle. Otherwise, you're just going to gain the weight back. So if you're on a breatharian path, you're changing the whole lifestyle. You're not just looking at the piece that's food.
Right.
Looking at the whole thing. You're looking at the meditation, the physical activity, the higher thoughts, the higher state of high vibrational beingness, which is gratitude and love and bliss. Everything is coming into perfect balance. You have to think balance in the life, the whole
Exactly.
life.
Now look at this weight on myself. There was a time I was 190. Right now, I just weighed myself today, 123.
Oh, you gained 3 pounds. Muscle.
Gained 3 pounds. Right.
Yeah.
Look at that. But that's like 70 pounds. Now, if I would have lost that all at once, I would have looked terrible. But throughout the years, I went in stages. So even when I went to 170, I had people back there say, "You look bad, you look terrible." And I'm like looking at them, "What you talking about?" And I felt good.
Right.
But I didn't take it no further. When I went to 150, I got scared. So what I did was went to 160 and maintained it for a while. Listen at this. When you maintain it for a while, the body will pick up the new memory and say, this is where they want to stay at. Now keep in mind, it was a whole nother lifestyle from back at 190. Then when I went to 150, 140, it looked normal. But I stayed there for a while. Said that with that breatharian message, people be trying to, I'm going to be a breatharian. I ain't take it like that. Go to the way you feel comfortable. Then when everybody got used to it, then it went down. Now I'm kicking 120, 123, back and forth. And I don't get, matter of fact, I get good compliments on how my body looks all the time.
Right. And if you don't,
but if I would have jumped, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, if you don't go too fast and if you don't get too thin, then you also don't have everyone who cares about you telling you you're too thin. Because that
right.
will also weigh on you. And then you think, oh, I'm too thin. What am I going to do? And then that also kind of thwarts your efforts. So,
yeah, without a doubt.
Do be gentle.
And there is a look until you get used to that new look. Like I'm trying to tell people, the body does not have the full program of what you try to do. So it do look stressed. It do look like you can see the bones and all this other stuff in your bags under your eyes and all this other stuff. It's not full yet. You have to keep going until the body gets the mirror. That's how you know. That's how you know.
So would you suggest then people who, let's say, because I know there's a lot of people right now who are in the camp, they've lost too much weight, right? They've lost some muscle mass, they've done extreme cleansing, they're probably not looking that great. Would you suggest they start refeeding and doing exercise?
Now listen at this.
Or would you suggest they just use the mind for that?
Well, see, that's what we got fooled too. I got to bring it up. Yeah. Sometimes we say the mind. But your actions and what you're going to do is showing the expression of your mind.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that already shows your mind. You got to put the whole package together. But not telling people to sit there in a chair and act like, just imagine you being fat, and that's what's going to
happen. There you go. Let's stop right there, Dan. I'm going to gain all that.
Right. We're not saying that at all. Your expression is showing what's on your mind. So you see where I'm getting at? That's showing it. That's why this is a lifestyle.
Exactly.
See, now, when I was in the military, I said this, we went through boot camp. You had different people from different walks of life all over the country meeting up at this one place to get in this unit. Some men was overweight, some was underweight, some was in between, different body types. But in the 6 weeks boot camp, we was eating the same meals, waking up at the same time, doing the same exercises. The whole lifestyle became the same. And at the end of 6 weeks, everybody looked alike. The people who was underweight looked good and gained weight, and the people who was overweight lost weight. But it was the lifestyle. We was moving, waking up, the meals, you're only going to eat this, ain't no seconds. Boom.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah. And it's it's the whole thing too. It's not just the diet. So,
right.
So I would say if you've lost some weight, then also do everything else, the meditations, the mind programming, thinking, paying attention to what you're thinking deep down inside of your body. Maybe you're thinking, oh gosh, I'm too thin now, or I can't build muscle. Well, if that's what you're thinking deep inside, that's probably going to hold true for you, and you might think like that. In fact,
we do got. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you even mentioned to me the other day that if someone fasts too much, then their body hasn't quite gotten the memo yet in terms of what you've been programming in your mind, and it might take a few months. Like you even mentioned, it took about 6 months for your body to catch up, right?
Right, exactly.
You had given up a lot of food. You had gotten really thin. In about 6 months, you stayed at that really thin, underweight place before your body finally realized, hey, this isn't temporary. This is the new way. And then you started
gaining
weight.
Oh, absolutely. And see, it's just like, all right, where are we going with this? Because this is very important. We got 3 different body types. You know, you got your thin body type. Some people are naturally thin. You got medium build people, and you got heavy boned people, we might as well say. That's what we call it. They do hold a lot more energy. See, everybody's body is different. There's no 2 bodies the same. There's some people that can lose weight in the hip area quicker than others. You know, there's some people who hold a lot of weight probably in their chest area. That's just your makeup from your genetics. So you do got to learn your genetics, where it's harder for you to lose weight compared to some people and all this other stuff. And just because you're a certain body type, we can shift body types also, so you're not stuck there. So we got to keep that in mind. But the whole goal of the Breatharian journey is a health journey. So it can be measured on the way you feel and also the way you look. It should look good. It should be shiny. The skin should kick online and stuff. So you're not trying to run for something that's going to hurt you and damage you and say, well, I feel good, even though you don't look good. Because I met with so many people, too, who are basically anorexic.
Right.
And I had to come show them how to channel the energy through their body. It really helped them. So that's why meditation is the foundation, because meditation brings you back into reality. Did I say that? Yes, I did. And sometimes when you work with energy work, now I remember in this Chinese writing, and this is what they said. Sometimes when a person's working with energy and they find out they're working with it, they start thinking in a fanatical way. It can get you thinking fanatical so much that you'll hurt yourself. And that's what's happening with people on this Breatharian journey.
Right.
You'll measure yourself by your health, and then once you're maintaining and the strength goes up, then you take it to another level, because ultimately your body is at its healthiest when it don't have nothing affecting the vibration from the external. It can take care of itself. But to get there is a self-realization, and you're learning yourself. This is why it says know thyself. This is the real education. Know thyself and you'll know God. Now that's deep. Now, it's a saying to most people, but this is what happens. If that force is in you, just fueling nature, you're building up that force to become stronger, the more dominant force inside of you. But the main thing that's holding people back is fear. Fear is going through your system. Now, people have different types of fear. Like one man I was talking to today, he had a fear due to his status and his position in life. See, some people don't, we look at them one way, but you don't know what they're dealing with, of what people will think, all this other stuff. And he's still battling with that, but he came a long way. So that's another fear, you understand? And we got so many different things. There's people that's kind of different belief systems that can't break from it because of the demands of the family and the neighborhood. Those are fears that's in the people. Fears of losing jobs, fears of losing different securities. But this is all holding back energies. So that's why this goes way beyond eating or not eating. This is going deep. And it could actually block these forces.
Yeah, it goes really deep, really deep. What you think is everything. And you don't even know what you think until you start going on this path, actually, and you think, oh, well, I can do this, I can be a breatharian. And then what you realize is as you really start getting into these levels where you're losing a lot of weight and your body is starting to change in a way that you may not like because it may not look good or
Right.
you're being judged by others. You have that voice that comes in that's really can undermine your efforts, and you don't even know it's there until you're face to face with it, and then it's like kind of like a battle, you know?
Right.
That happens. So you really, this is so mental. It is so mental. You have to allow positive thinking. In fact, you said it the other day, and I love this. You have to really have an affirmation diet.
Yes, you do.
Big time. Yeah.
Big time.
Big time.
To re-talk that voice that's inside of all of us. All of us have it.
Yes.
It over highlights stuff. It talks negative. All of this stuff. You need to have that affirmation diet all the way to really combat this.
All the way.
And you can beat it because this is mind mastery.
Yes.
See, you have to master your mind. This is what it boils down to at the end of the day. They got omega-3 or whatever. We're looking at it. You know, somebody was on the TV saying, you need omega-3. And I'm looking at this. I don't even know what omega-3 is. We're sitting here healthy as I don't know what. What do I need to go get omega-3 for? But just because he got a lab coat on TV, oh, people buying it because they're unhealthy already. But when you come out of that, and I looked up omega-3, they selling fish oil. So you mean to tell me I need to waste all that time to go get some fish oil to try to be healthy, and I'm already healthy through my lifestyle. So they're throwing things at us over and over again on what you need, what you're supposed to have, trying to act like what it does for the body. But that's, of course, being in this capitalistic system, people are selling things. Mm-hmm. Some woman just called me from Bali talking about, I'm with this group and we're doing some fasting, but they're telling me all of these vitamins I need to take. And I said, they're selling them, ain't they? She said, yeah. Oh, well, I wonder.
Right. Well, it's also important to know that if you are eating, you do become deficient because the food can throw you off, right? And so that's why scientists in our bodies tell us, oh yeah, we need to eat this vitamin, that, we need to have water. But as you have proven, right, if you're letting food go, your body goes more and more and more into balance.
Right.
And you don't need the supplements and things like that. However, I was going to say, however, until you get there, right, until you get to the place where you're not eating that much food, you will need to stay balanced and healthy and use your intuition, because that's really important too, so you can stay healthy and high vibrational and balanced the whole way. But yeah, the more you let it go, the less you need.
Yeah. Now, the 3 fasts that I worked with, would be work miracles and wonders for a lot of people. I always said, this is just my own personal stuff. The 1 time a week, no matter what goes down, try to keep it the same day, same time, because your body also has an internal clock. It will get used to that day and everything. It's amazing on what the body can do when you put a program in. A 1 day, a 3 day, and a 7 day.
Yeah. So that's 1 day with no food. 3 days with no food. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, a 1 day and a 3 day and a 7 day. That should at least be in a person's lifestyle. So even if you do a 7 day fast just with water, you'd be surprised how much poison will come out of the body and how good you'll feel.
Oh yeah. By the way, I've got a cattail right here.
Yeah.
Mitz has come to visit.
Hey there. Oh my gosh. But those three will work wonders, because there's people that call me, I'm about to do the 21 day, and I say, I don't teach the 21 day. I don't teach that. And I'm about to do this, and you know, they put this long time period on. That's cool if you need to, you understand, or whatever's taking place. But I'm just saying on a more practical level of everyday life, because a lot of people don't think this through too. I know we're trying to mean well on relationship. You know how this goes into your lifestyle too. Like one woman is, I'm going to become a breatharian and show people how to do it, but she's about to get married. Now, of course, she's saying her spouse supports everything she do. Well, of course he's going to talk that way because he want to marry. But I'm sure he don't want a wife not eating. No, I'm just saying. That's why y'all met. But after she failed, that's what she did. She failed going through the process. Her next pictures on social media was her and her spouse eating the meals that you was going to go there anyway. That's why y'all met. I don't know if you were trying to prove a point or whatever. So you got to really think your way through on why you want to do this. What's the purpose? But one thing I do teach is this is a holistic health message. You should at least get the idea and start working on yourself, backing up from the table more and eating less.
Yeah, this is a beautiful lifestyle. Even if you have no interest in being food free, being a breatharian, I mean, think about everything that we're teaching. We're teaching exercise, keeping in balance, having a positive mindset, eating less, eating lighter, the meditation, the breath work, the qigong, the reiki, all of it. I mean, it's a beautiful high vibrational lifestyle. I have a lot of friends of mine who aren't even interested in being breatharians, and yet they take our breatharian retreats all the time because they love what it's doing to the lifestyle and the body and the mind and the spirit. It's so holistic.
Oh my gosh.
So beautiful. This is, in my opinion, like the best lifestyle I have found, because it just takes everything that's good and healthy and wholesome and light and connected to your higher spirit, and it magnifies, and it's so sacred. I mean, it really does turn your body, your mind, and your spirit into the house of high vibration, which is the temple of God. So it doesn't matter whether you're going to go all the way or not. If you do, that's amazing, because you hit these higher states of consciousness and magnetism, and you know, able to manifest, and it's fantastic. And it's just amazing. I can't even go on to all the benefits. So the deeper you go, the more magical it is. But any level is fantastic, and you really do want to maintain that higher level of being, which is the bliss, the happiness, the joy, the gratitude, and do whatever you can to maintain that. Right? So remember, if you're fasting too much, if you're not looking good, if you're not taking care of or you think you're taking care of the physical body, right, but you're doing it to an extreme, it might be difficult to be holding those high vibrational states. So that is the focus, is this high vibrational state. That's the focus there. So ask yourself along the way, how far or you know, close am I to that? Am I doing something that might be a little iffy or too much, you know, right now?
Oh yeah.
And what do I do?
And the universe is user friendly. You don't have to beat up on yourself. This is what we're trying to say. That's why this journey is so beautiful. The body will get the memo, and they like it's hard, but it needs you to be clear on what you want to do. You understand? Because like they say, if we were to use the word God or the universe, it knows your intent, it knows your inward heart. You can say what you want to say out of your mouth all you want. It already knows what direction you're going. You know, sort of like when I deal with certain people in their life. I say, well, this lifestyle you want to live on this way, and that what you're trying to say out of your mouth, I don't see them going together.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
Right. Right.
I don't see them going together.
Yeah. So it's living
You gotta call it
a congruent lifestyle where your behavior, your thoughts, your actions are congruent. Everything's lined up. You're not
absolutely,
saying,
because
oh,
there's some lifestyles that will pull that energy from you. See, everything we do takes energy also. So we're talking about absorbing this energy, but everything you do, you're giving off this energy. So some things will take a whole lot of energy. You understand? We're just dealing with energy influxes. So when you're dealing with this lifestyle again, there's some things that will drain your energy. We're not saying don't do it if that's what you want to create, but don't think about having those other fruits too that we're talking about. Give you an example to make it loud and clear. I met many people who got the knowledge on this and that, but they got certain habits, still want to smoke the weed or still want to do this. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying, I just kind of tell them, I'm not judging you or nothing, but the energy in your body could be a lot higher if you nip that in the bud. That's all we're saying.
right. Right.
So I got it.
Right. Yeah. So what level do you want to play in your life? Like how high vibe, how high frequency do you want to be?
And we are here to have fun, so that's why we're not judging it. If you want to do that, do that. But keep in mind, if you leave it alone, the energy will be a little shifted another direction. We all know that. Everybody got the memo.
Right. And the same goes with certain foods too. Like some foods have higher vibration than other foods. So you want to just start there or take a look at your diet. You know, what's a low
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you want to play with that, that's all we said.
And
now this is where it gets good.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about this energy building up in the body, but let me reword it now. We're 98 degrees inside of the body. That's really hot. Can you imagine a 98-degree day? Gotta be hot outside. But you're like that inside all the time. That's the furnace already. It's already there. So, and heat is energy. There is no in between. So you're full of all of that energy. Everybody is. You're 98 degrees, and your body always fights to keep that temperature. If it goes below it or too much above it, you're considered sick. So the body starts bringing up its symptoms so it can get back to there, what we call sickness. It's a headache, a fever, all this other stuff. But anyway, you're that hot inside. So the energy is already there. But we always use this word in our vocabulary, balance and harmony. It sounds so beautiful, doesn't it? But what did that mean? Putting yourself in balance and harmony. The Breatharian knowledge, you are going to be working to balance out the heat, that energy that you already have. You already have a power. That is a hot power inside of you, but it's getting blocked up through habits, lifestyles, and thoughts. And that's how we identify it as a pain. So your body does an energetic balance in that called homeostasis. It doesn't. So when you eat something, it's going to figure out where to put it in the body where you can stay alive. That's all it cares about. So it might put it in your side. I got a pain in my side. Your body put it there, whatever you was eating, so it could keep you alive. But that's what you chose to do. Now, when you figure this out, we ain't saying you didn't have to eat that food, but that's where exercise come into play, because you can at least move it to another location where it feels differently, and it will speed up your metabolism so your body can get rid of it a lot faster. Did I say that? This is why we're balancing it out. So, of course, if you've eaten, first of all, you should drink water if you're eating. Yeah. And if you're eating, you should exercise.
You should be exercising even if you're not eating.
Even if you're not eating. But yeah. I'm just making that point for eating. Right. See, because my body is dealing with not eating. I don't have to, like I'm all cut up what muscle I am, and I ain't got to do it every day like a person who's eating.
Right.
I went to the gym a couple of days, and well, they got this outside gym, and I just looked at them while they working out. And then one day I went there and just blew up real fast, because it's easier to cut up a body that has less or no body fat.
Now there is
This is what we dealing with.
there is something I want to bring up to people, because I asked you the other day, I said, so when you first transitioned, you gave up food. I know there was a period where you were probably really thin, right? Because that's what happened. And I asked you, how long were you at that really thin stage where you didn't have that much muscle mass? Because I know sometimes it can be hard to build muscle in the beginning of this. And you said it took about 6 months, right, for your body to fully get the memo. And then you said within about a year, you were like totally dialed in and able to start gaining more muscle, things like that. So
Right, because we are.
I just want to put that out there so people can get an idea of what they're looking at here when they're on this journey and they do switch to being food free or really low.
Oh yeah. And what we should do to each other is, see, the body has its own cycles also. Different organs, like you got a stomach every 5 to 6 days. You know, what cells, and they replenish themselves to bring in new cells. New stomach. So that means the stomach is in its own cycle every 5 to 6 days. In each organ, you can look it up, it'll tell you when it makes this change over. And then like the skin goes every, 27 to 30 days, you got new skin. So you got a new skin cell pushing up, and every time you take a shower, you can see the old ones coming off. So it's in its cycle. So when we say the body ain't got the memo, just say, I'm going to be a Breatharian in a week. Yeah, but your skin, it takes 30 days just for that to change over. You understand? It ain't going off in a week. So not only we in all these different cycles that's taking place on the body, even the bone, your bone changes itself over. I believe every 9 years or something like that. You understand? This is a lifelong thing. You're constantly going to be transforming. But when you change your lifestyle, it's changing the new cells that's being created.
Right.
Because you ask yourself, if a person is fighting this chronic disease and the body can heal itself, why did the disease win? If your cells is constantly remaking itself. Because it keep making a bad cell again because it, what? How should I say? The lifestyle didn't change. The mind ain't changed. That's why we constantly are creatures of change. You got to go along with the change. So now you got to ask yourself, not only we are in weekly cycles, the body, it's in monthly cycles, it's in 3-month cycles or quarterly, because we're all also hooked up with the seasons.
Right.
Oh man, I could go deep into this.
Right, right.
Very likely we're not. We're in yearly cycles. We are in 3-year cycles, 7-year cycles. You are a new being coming up all the time. So when you're dealing with this type of high vibrational challenge, you should be really in your mind, where would I be at? Where am I going to be at 5 years from now, health-wise? That's how you look at it. 5 years from now. And if you get on this path and keep a logbook, you'll be surprised all the things you was able to do within 5 years. And the people who didn't do this message within those 5 years, you'll see them too. You'll have something to compare it with. Not judging or nothing, but you'll see it.
Right.
Plain as day. They'll probably laugh at your weight now, but they won't be laughing in 5 years.
Right.
That's what's happening.
Right.
I know I went through it. Everybody was talking all that mess. Now they reading what's going on in their body with the boxes, trying to lose weight. You understand? I was already doing it. And then 5, 10 years later, I'm still climbing mountains, running all over the place. They sitting there, don't know what to do today, can't get up. So yeah, this beats it. This is the lifestyle. If you're in a healthy body, you're going to be happy.
Yes, and you have to remember when you're on this journey, right? So as you're losing weight and you're transitioning into being more and more of a breatharian, right? More and more of a pranic body, you want to be feeling strong and vibrant. And if you're not, then something is off. And that's really important, because even along this journey, you can be really thin and still climb up a mountain faster than anybody else you know.
Right.
Like that should be the way it is. And if you feel like that's not what's happening, then you've taken some aspect of this lifestyle too far.
Right. Because we don't want you to hurt yourself.
Right.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Right.
Self-love again. Mm-hmm. So that's why, going back to what I was saying earlier, when a friend passed out at work, and I said, how can you take yourself to that level? You know what I mean? It wasn't about all that. I would have never even imagined that. If I'm on a fast, and I know I am, and I'm feeling famished one day, and I got different things I'm doing if I'm at work, at least go drink something so you can feel better.
Right.
So you can carry on. This is what we're talking about. You're still fasting. You didn't break it. Okay, you took some water. The body's still doing totally different than it was before, but you also got to pay a heed of what you got going on that day.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah. Or if
you're
doing a juice fast or something like that and you're feeling weak, increase your juices. I mean, that's okay. I know on this
right.
path, people think, oh, I've got to eat less, I've got to do this. But what you don't realize is you can't force the eating less. It happens naturally. And that's actually the beauty of this path, is that your meditation, your energy, your thoughts, your mind, everything is so energizing for your body that the food naturally falls away. You don't have to work at it. You don't have to think, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reduce my calories. You just naturally want less. So if you're forcing yourself, if your mind is overpowering and you're saying, well, I'm going to take in less juice, I'm going to take in less food, and then you're feeling weak, then you're not ready to go that low yet. So just wait until your body's naturally ready for that.
Right. And like I heard one man say it, and I usually say this. When I was doing that 1 day a week, this is where I noticed my body got used to it. One day I was forced to mow my yard. You know, it was getting too long. So it was on my fast day. I had to get it done. So as I'm mowing the yard and no eating or drinking, I did this whole big yard mowing it, and I felt great. I knew I could carry out a whole day now, not eating or drinking. Master one day before you can do more. That's when you know your strength is online.
Right.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So now you'll get so used to this, because I've been doing this for a long time. And I've been on 3 different occasions where somebody be with me, and I don't know they're trying not to eat or drink. You know, we're hanging out. And then all of a sudden I see one man pass out before. Why would you do that? Right. I make it look easy because I've been doing it. See, perfect practice made perfect. Anything you practice, you're going to get good at it. So you're going to become good at being a breatharian.
Right, right.
This is what we're saying. You practice this, you'll get good at it.
Oh, and even if you're just starting out. So for example, just to bring something in a little personal, I've been making some raw food for my dad, right?
Right.
So he goes from eating meat and potatoes and all of that to eating more raw food and then telling me he's feeling lightheaded. Well, it's not because the food isn't healthy, but it's because there's a little bit of detox happening there, right? There's a little shift. So I might want to consider not making as much raw food or balancing it out and making the transition a little easier and lighter for him, right? So you think about this for yourself or for anyone else who's on the path is, again, you're tearing it down.
Exactly.
Making
being easy on yourself, right. And don't shock the body too much going from one extreme to another. This is what we're talking about. And the body's a good servant. You'd be surprised what your body is willing to do for you. Oh my God, you ain't got to shock it into nothing.
Right.
You'd be surprised on what it can do.
Yeah. And this is important.
It's what you...
I know we talk a lot about, you know, how important it is to go vegan, right? We have a lot of no meat, you know, videos out there. And a lot of people will give up all the meat and then not feel good. They don't feel strong. They don't feel, you know, they're lightheaded. And then they say, oh, well, I just can't live without the meat. And then they throw the whole effort to be vegan or something out the window and they go back. So again, this is practice for you wherever you are on your journey. You know, whether you are underweight or you're just thinking about giving up meat, wherever you are on that path, just be mindful that you're going slow and gentle so nothing's too extreme and you feel good and healthy the whole way.
Absolutely. And going back to that, balancing out the energies in the body. Because the energy is there, 98 degrees inside. I got to bring that up. Your main job is to balance out those energies and keep them flowing and those energy channels open. So that's why we say meditation is the foundation, because you're working with the heat, the energy that you already have. You're really not gaining more energy. You're letting that light come out. You're letting it shine out. You already got
I love
it. Oh man, it's the truth.
It's the truth. And that's why the Qigong that you teach, the standing tree Qigong, I mean, you're just holding positions. I mean, it's just the simple thing. And all you're doing is you're opening up the channels so you can feel your own energy. You can feel the
Absolutely.
energy of universal life force energy flowing through you because it's within you, it's around you, and you're just clearing the blocks. And the more food you have in your body, that's a block, I have to say. So eat lighter if you can, especially when you're doing things like that, meditating.
Right.
Eat lighter or nothing right before doing it. But even if you're full and you're doing it, it still will help get you there. So, you know, it's all stages and working your way down.
Absolutely. And I hate to say this too, but let's put it like this. Let's look at Breatharian as, just say if we was to say it's another diet, because you're feeding off another fuel source.
Right.
And they like you're not eating that at all. You're going to another fuel source. So even when you make other diet changes, like I used to do the live and raw food shows for people. And I've talked to them on a user-friendly level, just like Breatharianism. I say, just do a live and raw food weekend. This is how you stand to talk to them. Don't sit up here and make a big commitment. From now on, I'm going, and many people can't hang with it. It's not about eating salads and apples all day, all right? So take a weekend and you'll love it and you'll stay with it a lot more. You'll get it into your memory. Or with veganism. Yeah, it might be harder for some people to leave meat alone all at once, but at least take a vegan week. You understand? Let that body get used to the new program. Everybody's different. Everybody coming from different walks of life and all this other good stuff. And we have different levels of willpower. Gotta shh. My voice was flying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
We're going out.
Yeah. Just my buddies. I've got buddies all over the place. We're doing our broadcast.
Yeah.
All right, I got to keep it down just a little.
So it's midnight time in India. So
What's
that? It's midnight time.
I know. It's nighttime.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
from
actually,
US?
what's that?
You're from US?
Yes, I'm in California.
Oh my God.
It's the morning here.
Yeah, I know. It's morning.
But we're almost ready to wrap it up.
We are almost ready to wrap it up. So, what else I want to say? Oh, I just want to say, yeah. We won't be too loud.
5
minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so get out there and exercise. So I know we started with that, taking care of the beautiful body, the high vibration. And the next time we talk, I think we should talk a little bit more about the mind and how important the mind is with what we're doing, because the mind is everything. And the body, yeah, it's everything. And the body is our consciousness. It's within our consciousness. So that will be the next thing we talk about.
Big time, because that's what it's all about. And if the mind's happy, the body's happy, the energy's happy. And this is what it's all about. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We got to rewrite health.
Yes. And re-understand it, rethink it. Really step into a whole other way of being, of the mind and the consciousness, so we can be master creators in our lives of our bodies and be totally in control of our body and of the world around us, especially our immediate world and our immediate environment.
And like how you said, Shana, how good this journey is. This is a journey to make you, for number one, not to teach you nothing, but to make you think. Make you think, make you rethink. And this is a great challenge to take on for yourself. If there's aches and pains in the body that wasn't there before, you put it there, you can remove it. You're taking mind mastery and taking full responsibility of your actions, thoughts, and everything else to change your physical makeup. You might can't control things externally, but you can control things that's going on with you.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about.
Being a master of that. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being with us on this journey today. What a really fun talk. So exercise and take good care of yourself and stay high, vibe, and light and bright until the next time we meet again. So thank you, Elitom.
Love you once again. All right. Have a good day.
Yeah, we love you. Bye.